So how much time you want to waste on worrying about friendship? Can you wake the fuck up? Hey guys, so the introduction is a bit aggressive. So today's video, I'm just going to share about my own tips and tricks of how I view friendship and how I faced the problem when I was younger, when I have the friendship issues. So when I was a teenager, I always struggled a lot with friendship. But when I grow older, I slowly find my way, and the way of me viewing friendship is a little bit different. And when I was young, I always worried about not having enough friends. But I always miss that perspective about seeing things in a different view. So I made this video to people who struggle with friendship, and I want to change your perspective, and hopefully this video is helpful for you. Yeah. So the number one is that you have to understand it takes two hands to clap. So it's just a simple logical analogy. It takes two hands to clap. So if you are only the one who is clapping into that friendship, it won't work. So what I meant is that it takes two to build a friendship. So if you always find yourself are the one clapping, it's not going to work. So you have to find people who is willing to clap back, or people who clap to you and you're willing to make it work. It's like any human relationship, for me, it's like this. So if you find yourself keep clapping, ask yourself why. Like, why are you wasting your time? There's plenty of people who want to clap to you, but you're clapping to the people who don't want to clap to you. So you get what I mean? Find people who want to clap with you, or else you just have to find other people. And the people that you have met in school doesn't mean that you have to build a lifelong relationship with them. The world is big. You don't have to. Okay, so let's say there's billions of people live in your country, and you're clapping to that one person. So why? There's a lot of people out there. You don't have to see. You live in a small 1,000 km square meter, and then you want to clap to the people who live in a small town. See bigger. The world is big, and it takes two hands to clap. Why is it so difficult for you to understand that? So number two is that any relationship, friendship, especially friendship, is not for you to worry. People become friends because there is common topics, there is things to share, there's happiness, and there is lots of laughter. So when you start worrying about friendship, what's the point? So you want something for you to worry about instead of enjoy being with that person. You're always worrying. So why you want to do that? And why you want to worry about something that you are not supposed to worry? And then number one and two is simple logic. You don't have to clap with someone that doesn't want to clap with you. It's not logical for you to be worried about something that it defines happiness and it defines laughter. And of course you share a bit of sadness, happiness together, but it's not for you to worry. Okay. So number three, you have to have a common interest with the person that you want to be friends with. It's simple as that. Like when you start a conversation with someone, you have to find a certain common topic so that you guys can have a conversation. So if there's nothing in common, why you want to keep that conversation going? And unless you are in the sales position, of course, like it's important to have a conversation with every single one, but it's not sustainable. If you want to have a long-term friendship, you have to have a common interest that is already in your life, and then that's how your friendship kickstart. And then if you don't work, if the friendship doesn't last, it's because that common interest is not lasting. So okay, you ask yourself whether in your perspective, do you want to be with someone that you have something to learn from? If the answer is yes, And then you have to cultivate something that other people want to learn from you. It's the same thing. So we always started a conversation with, what do you like to do? What's your hobby? If people have a common interest with your hobby, and then it can develop into another thing that you guys can work on together or share together. So if there's nothing you guys can develop from, of course it won't last long. And you have to ask yourself that, is that something other people want to learn from me? And then you cultivate on that, because you yourself, you also want to hang out with people that you can learn from. Am I right? So it's a basic logic. It's not, what am I saying is that you want to surround yourself with people that is on the same page as you, and also that is supporting you and you are supporting them, because it's a two-way thing and it's not a one-way thing. So you have to understand that. So if you are in the stage that you are always worried whether you can become friends with certain people, don't be. Because it's very hard for me to understand when I was 18 that I have to be with a lot of people. The truth is, when you grow older, you don't have to be with a lot of people because you have too much things to do. And when you have too much things to do, you have no time to actually think about this issue, because you have bigger issue to you have bigger problems in your life to solve instead of this. What I would say is that, so now I'm like in my 20s, friendship is no longer a struggle to me because I have moved past from that. But for people who still struggle with that, I would say don't be, because there's nothing to be struggled with that. If you really enjoy your life, if you really enjoy, friendship is beautiful. It's not for you to suffer. It's not for you to worry. So you have to understand that. And you have to focus on what you love. You have to enjoy this time for you to be alone. Like right now, I'm desperate to have my own time, which I have back then, which I don't realize it. And now I realize that it's not too late, but I will advise you that when you have this time, cherish it, because when you reach a certain stage, you don't have the time anymore. So use that on the things that you think is meaningful. Maybe watch an anime, watch a K-drama, whatever. Just stop worrying. It's time wasted. Do you understand? And it will never come back. Is that you have to have a common interest with the person that you want to be friends with, or else just don't force it. So last thing I want to share is that you have plenty of time. You have this amazing time in your life that you don't have to worry about a lot of things in life. Enjoy it and don't worry. Have your own hobby that makes you happy, and when you are happy, you will attract people that are on the same page as you. So don't ever worry, okay? So yeah, I want you to enjoy your youth. I want you to enjoy your time here. And the last thing you will worry is about friendship. You can worry about other better things in your life than this problem, because true friendship is not for you to worry. And everyone deserves that friendship that takes two hands to clap. So I want to share that the people that I met when I was younger, maybe 15 or 16, I don't even have contact with them anymore, because life just moved on and people around you just change all the time. So you don't have to be too fixated on people around you, because things change, you yourself changed, and then your conversation just changes all the time because you evolved from one place to another. And if you're lucky, you evolve together. If you're not lucky, people just go separate ways, and it's natural. So it's okay that you don't have friends, and just use that best time of your life to be happy and stop worrying. That's the best thing to do when you're young, when you have the youth. So when you grow older, you enter to another lifetime, you meet different people, and then that's how things change. And yeah, it's a lifetime. You don't have to be like, oh my god, I don't have friends, blah blah blah. But things change, people change, and then you enter different places in your life. The people you met in school, it doesn't mean that you have to cultivate a lifelong friendship with them, but if you do, it's great. But when you changes your environment, when you enter different phase of life, you meet different people, it's okay that, you know, people just, the frequency just doesn't match, and it's natural. It happen all the time. So even if you have like 2 or 3 friends, they might not stick with you because life changes. So yeah, just celebrate it when you have it and just enjoy. Don't worry. Why I want you to have your own hobby and find your own interests, because that's how you gather people that is similar to you. So if you don't find yourself, if you don't know yourself well, you will find people who don't know themselves also. So I would say it's about meeting people that is on the same page, on a similar frequency as you. So you have to understand yourself first before you have that group of people that belongs to you or you belong to them. So understand yourself first, and then you can get to the place where you think you truly belong. So that's how I viewed it. And you, of course, and you can just be with the people that is that you find that connection with. So you have to know yourself before you connect to other people first. So that's all for today, and be happy, bitch.
I know they don't like me that much. Guess that I don't dress how they want. I just wanna be myself. I can be someone else.
To make. If you don't have anyone, okay, then that means that you have more time. You have the freedom to do whatever you want to do. You have the freedom to express whatever you want to express.